Yes, people. Okay, right now we're checking out this article about Reform UK. So it says here Reform's only black branch chair quits over harmful migration debate. So let's see what's going on here. So it says here the only black branch chair of Reform UK has left the right wing populist party, saying the tone of Britain's migration debate is doing more harm than good. Neville Watson from North London told The Guardian he had not experienced any racism whilst being a member of Reform. But, there's a lot of good people there. However, the former leader of the party's Enfield branch said he was alarmed by the growing influence of Christian nationalism, the hard right movement that blends politics with fundamentalism. Now, Watson added that he has been dismayed by rising levels of Islamophobia, feared some people within the party were sympathetic to the likes of the far right activist Tommy Robinson, and was concerned British politics was losing its compassion as parties vied to compete with reform. The son of Jamaican Windrush generation parents, Watson, whose professional background is in social enterprise, youth work, and special education needs, played a key role in welcoming voters from London's diverse communities into the party. Now, under his stewardship, branch meetings in Enfield attracted new members from Nigerian, Sikh, and Turkish backgrounds who were disillusioned with mainstream politics. A fixture at conferences, the father of three had a coveted seat at Nigel Farage's table during events and wrote articles for the party's magazine, The New Reformer. However, after the Unite the Kingdom rally, which attracted an estimated 110,000 protesters to the streets of London and raised fears of a new era of division in the UK, Watson decided to leave the Reform Party. Early this year, he wrote to Zia Yusuf, Reform's chair, or former chair, and current head of policy, saying the UK should pay repatriations to African Caribbeans after Yusuf had dismissed the idea. Watson said, I know down the track there's going to be other issues that I'm going to come into conflict with. The march in London recently with Tommy Robinson, where the term Christian nationalism suddenly raised its head, where they were using Christian emblems to advance an ideology that is not actually Christian. I know that Nigel Farage himself has distanced himself from anything to do with these likes of these type of people, but I do know that there are still people with reform who are sympathetic to these ideas. Now, whether it's Nigel banging on about small boats or Robert Jenrick talking about Handsworth in Birmingham, politicians are stoking flames for the fire. Some might be stoking it with a smaller stick, and that type of conversation with the boats, the asylum hotels, I feel is doing more harm than good in terms of community relations. A long-time Brexit supporter and socially conservative evangelical Christian, Watson has stood as a parliamentary candidate in Edmonton, North London, and as a London Assembly candidate for UK before joining Reform. Ultimately, he said, it was his religious beliefs and his views on the positive case for migration and diversity that led him to question the direction of UK politics. Now, he added, politics is losing its compassion as politicians try out basically out reform, and I no longer feel that this is compatible with his Christian religion. I believe migration has been good for the country and that managed properly can still be. I'm coming from a very strong Christian love thy neighbour sort of idea, and what I want to say is going to feel different from reform. If I sat as a chair, I'd always be conscious of that. I'll never feel free, so I have left reform and joined the Christian People's Alliance. Reform has so much momentum at the moment, but leaving has allowed me to proclaim who I am without flinching. I don't want to see a society where we weaponize our faith against Islam. We respect our Muslim brothers and sisters. Reform UK was approached for comment. There you have it, folks. So, Reform, you can see the gentleman here whose name is Neville Watson. He's basically Reform's only black branch chair, and he has quit over the debate around migration and related issues around that. What do you guys think about Reform UK right now? They have had some troubles with the Kent Council and some of their councillors there and other issues right now. What do you think about that? Drop a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.